So if you're joining us, it's because you're here for the opening of day 2 of our Grief Sensitive Virtual Learning Institute. We had over 3,000 folks join us across the day yesterday for incredibly rich sessions ranging from school mental health to grief sensitivity to evidence-based and culturally defined practices to really hone our grief skills. These 2 days are part of a 2-part learning offering that we are providing you. So yesterday and today is part 1. We welcome you to come back in November 12th and 13th, where the same presenters will be providing a kind of 2.0, like a deeper dive into the learning so that we can continue to hone our grief sensitivity skills for ourselves and our loved ones and those that we serve. Again, all of this is no cost, provided to you in partnership from the Mental Health Technology Transfer Center. And we really came together in I think back in April as a whole united network to think about how we can support you navigating all the different arms and legs and ways that loss and grief are showing up in this time because of COVID, because of COVID-related losses, because of other pandemics that have surfaced. So we know that this is a timely offering, and I just wanted to offer you that yesterday someone said, you know, I came to this conference, I thought for my clients, but I ended up being impacted for myself. So powerful. So again, welcome. We really invite you to have water, have tea, have coffee, move your body as we navigate today. So again, my name is Leora. I'm going to be hosting the morning welcoming opening session. So if you are here with us, it's because, as I mentioned, you're here because you want to start your day and learn about what is coming up with us today, and also spend some time knowing that today is 9/11. And that day means a lot for some of you. It might mean a little bit for some of you, depending on age and location and relationship to 9/11. And we cannot move through this day talking about grief sensitivity without paying homage to 9/11. Before we do that, I'm actually going to ask those of you who are joining us, the almost 400 of you joining us this morning, I'm going to ask for anyone who was with us yesterday, if you could put in the chat box one highlight, one learning highlight, one learning aha, one element of yesterday that was really supportive or exciting or moving for you. Okay, so Wendy is saying Doug Smith, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Thank you, Wendy. Let's see, I know Doug Smith's session was, we heard universal, yes, Doug Smith. Okay, Priscilla says culture counts and grief is real. Billy, grief is not an illness, thank you. Doug Smith's One Question Care Plan. Books that were recommended, so lots of resourcing. The Compassion, Amiel, The Compassion. A lot of Mercedes, Grief is a Process. To Leverage Oxytocin, Dr. Norris and Babalua, yes, agreed. Grief is not depression, even though they have similarities. Yes, we heard that from Dr. Shear's opening yesterday morning. I'll ask if it's okay to ask. Thank you, Melinda. And Yasmin, remember grief does not follow steps. Thank you. Shana or Shana, there's no timeline to grief. Grief happens to everyone, but is manifested in different ways. Oh, this is giving me a lot of somatic response to reading these. Thank you. Leslie, moving past the stages of grief, dual process of grief and finding meaning. John, postvention, it was a new term for John. And Maria, learning the new model of grieving and grief as healing. Thank you. And Renee, I'm going to end with yours. Grief is the form that love takes when someone dies. And that is what Dr. Shear offered us yesterday. So please continue to put in your learnings from yesterday. These are so incredibly powerful. We have a rich lineup for you for the rest of day 2 today. I'm going to be going through that after we hear from PJ and have a moment to be in commemoration for 9/11. So please stay with us so that we can walk you through today, and I can help map out ways to access all the deep learning so that these ahas can have big impact. So on that note, I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to invite everyone to do so with me. We want to really thank SAMHSA for providing, for funding us, and we have our disclaimer that while SAMHSA supports all the learning of yesterday to today, the explicit and learnings from each session is not necessarily on behalf or necessarily reflect the position of SAMHSA, but we really want to thank our funders for this opportunity. And now I am passing it to you, PJ.
This day, we pay tribute to the nearly 3,000 lives that were taken from us on that fateful day. We honor the families of those we lost, whose lives were forever changed. We recognize those who, in the true American spirit, courageously helped with open hands and open hearts. Our servicemen and women, first responders, mental health workers, firemen and women, law enforcement, nurses, doctors, and the captains of the many boats that came to help that day. With love and respect, we promise to always remember all these individuals and to never forget the sacrifices they made. In the spirit of our conference today, I propose a moment of silence, reflection, and prayer for all those courageous souls.
I'm going to invite everyone to take a collective breath together. And if you are so moved, if you want to put in the chat box one piece that came up for you, and actually ignore the question on the screen, just one piece that came up for you after sitting with that beautiful dedication that Region 2 that PJ put together. So if you want to put in the chat box either one piece that came up for you, and actually if you would so like to put someone that you would like to dedicate your learning to today. So either or. So Elaine, and I really encourage you in the chat box to click all panelists and attendees so that everyone can see what you are writing, all panelists and attendees. So some of us are dedicating to our nieces and nephews, to those who are grieving today. Rosalind says, grieving happens with or without words. Beautiful, thank you. Wendy is paying dedication to her mother. Yes, we're reflecting on how it's been almost 20 years. And for some of us, it feels like yesterday. And some of us, it feels like just many years ago. All of us, oh, there's so many beautiful dedications to whom you are dedicating your learning today. Thank you. PJ is saying to my first responder friends who have lost their lives, and Rudy, to all who have passed and died due to COVID-19. Linda is saying a deep longing and gratitude, and Amy, grieving is the reflection of your love and the relationship with the deceased. And Mona is feeling a lot of resonance for never forgetting. And Adelaida, I hope I pronounced your name correctly, is saying to the city of New York and all that New York has held in the last 20 years, to Katrina, family who were there, and Olivia, dedicating learning to your father. Brandy, ex and stepsons who served in the military during this time. Thank you, yes. And Tiana, good morning from Tucson, dedicating to those who are building themselves up with resilience from loss and sending prayers to stay strong. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Michelle, to all those who provide help and healing to others. And Emily, my best friend, to all first responders and friends that I have in New York, thank you. I really welcome you to continue to put to whom you are dedicating your learning today. Related to what happened on 9/11 or related to what will happen today on this 9/11 in your learning and your navigation. I'm going to continue forward, but I really encourage you to put in more of your dedication to both the panelists and attendees so that we can learn from you. And I also know that some of you, after sitting with the powerful music and the powerful silence and the powerful images that PJ and team put together, that words may not be coming up right now, and that is okay. We have a lot of opportunity for words to either be cultivated inside or come out outside for sharing. So I'm going to move forward so that we can talk about what today might feel like. And please put questions in the chat box. Kati will be helping running through with technology. So either in the Q&A or in the chat box, if you have specific questions about the schedule, please let us know. So I want to do an up next. So I'm actually going to take a pause moment. Okay, that was a pause transition moment. So up next at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time and 10:30 Mountain Time, 11:30 Central Time, and 12:30 Eastern Time. We have 3 options. Supporting students with grief and loss during the COVID-19 pandemic with Dr. David Schoenfeld. That is the school mental health track, though of course you know you do not need to be a school mental health professional to attend the school mental health track. Pandemia, Restoring the Wounded Soul, Latino Reflections on the Meaning of Loss. And that is our evidence-based and culturally defined track, and again, open to all. And Understanding Grief and Loss with Dr. Kandoka. Those are all happening concurrently. I want to say that someone who has been in the thanatology and traumatology, grief and loss world for a long time, all 3 of these speakers are incredible contributors to our understanding of grief, disenfranchised grief, and and loss. And thank you, Lisa, for reminding me that today I actually said Central Time instead of Connecticut time, which is what I continued to say yesterday. So thank you for that. Yes. So you have three options. You can go, there is no wrong door, three options. Then we'll break and we'll have, just like we did yesterday, lunch and breakout discussion groups, and those are also optional. So you can join us either in the grief sensitivity track, the school mental health track, or evidence-based track, and you've got those links below, and those are really discussions. So we hope that you feel open to being on camera or at least being on audio so that you can share out and process your learnings and also connect with one another. I thought what was so powerful yesterday was folks from different sessions being able to share and curate their learning together. Then, so after all that, we've got three more incredibly rich sessions. So at 12:15 Pacific time and 1:15 Mountain Time, 2:15 Central Time, and 3:15 Eastern Time, we have preparing the school mental health workforce to be ready for stress and loss. We have, are you the therapist a grieving client wants to meet? And collective care in the workplace, building cultures of support during time and loss. So the first is our school mental health track, the second is the evidence-based and culturally responsive track, and the third is the grief sensitivity track. And last but not least, we have our closing session at 1:50 PT, 2:50 Mountain Time, and 3:50 CT, and 4:50 Eastern Time. I know it's late in the day, but I have to tell you, we have three young people who are going to be sharing with each other and discussing their experiences of grief and their experiences of healing. It is the way that we wanted to end our time together, by centering the voices of young people during this time. So please, please, please join us listening and loving a conversation with youth leaders about grief and healing. So I know that it is almost time to transition, and I just wanted to offer you that if any time today, and this is on our main event website also, and I'm hoping, Kati, if you can put our main event website also in the chat box, that would be helpful. If you need any support, we've got these hotline numbers for you. They'll be offered throughout the day. And actually, I'm going to go back and I'm going to stay right here so that you have where you can go next, where you can go next. So we're going to close in about 2 minutes, but I'm going to stay on so that if anyone has technical questions, that you can ask us these technical questions. But we hope to see you throughout the day. Again, please have an incredibly rich day of learning, centered and purposed into whom you dedicated your learning. Again, thank you, PJ and Region 2, for opening us with a 9/11 memorial. We hope to see you either in Dr. Schoenfeld's session, in the Pandemia session, or in Dr. Doka's Understanding Grief and Loss session coming up. Have an incredible day of learning, and thank you.